Well, you know what? If you don't get the grant, you can always get reparations.
I don't know about the reparation. I don't think that's gonna happen.
Maybe
You
if
know.
you lived in Illinois. So, I've never been to Illinois, but Evanston, Illinois
Where's that
issues
even at?
issues $25,000 reparation payments to 44 black residents and descendants of residents who lived there between 1919, that's a long time ago, and 1969 as part of its $10 million 10-year plan.
It's not too far from it's right off Lake Michigan, not too far from Chicago. Like it's
Okay.
right outside Chicago.
I wonder why Evanston then and not Chicago.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then I also wonder why 44 residents. That number is so specific.
Well, see, the problem with
Is it a small city?
the problem with more than likely yes, but the problem with reparations
44?
is America is so diverse. So it's like, okay, I'm black. Like I got two black parents. They were full black. Like, but I have friends. Like, they are mixed. They might be black and Mexican. They might be black with a little Irish in them. Black and whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, do they get half of the reparations because they're half black? So it's like America is. If we were going to get reparations, we should have got it in 1904 or some shit like that.
Before we got mixed up.
Before shit got that mixed up.
No.
But now, before interracial marriage and dating and
You're
all that,
hilarious.
now it's over. I mean,
no, but you got to think of there was a lot of people who were interracial in 1919. That was all the passing that was going on and all of the yes. I think that as if you were a person who was impacted by either slavery or Jim Crow, your bloodline, no matter how diluted it got, your bloodline is still entitled.
So there's going to be a lot of white
that.
people or white families that are going to get reparations.
No, not white families.
Well, some of these white families are going to get it because they have black kids in their family.
Just the kids.
Well, you can't give $50,000 to a kid. You got to give it to their mama.
You got to give it to the kid, and then when they get 18, you know how it goes.
Man,
don't act like you don't know how financial assets go.
And that bill gonna be in there. The little light-skinned mulatto gonna be paying all the bills around that White House. So we already know how that's gonna go. Yeah, that ain't gonna work.
I don't know. I think 44 is very specific. I don't know if everybody moved out of that town. The descendants just left.
I mean,
and only 44 stayed.
Some people do have clear. Like bloodlines.
Yeah.
Like, for example, my grandparents came up from like Mississippi, and then migrated for the plants and all the jobs that was up north. So like, that's clearly where my stuff stopped at. I don't know where nothing else comes from there. But like the people in California, remember they got that house, they got that beachfront property.
Yes,
that's because they family been living in California forever. Like once California was established, type shit.
That's what I was gonna say.
So maybe these 44 residents are just like people that people clearly can see that they are descendants from.
Well, here's the thing: if I even had an inkling of thinking that I could have been. My family, my bloodline could have been in Evanston, Illinois between 1919 and 1969. I would do the research. But I know that my family, it migrated from the South as well.
Right.
And I don't think we made any stops in Chicago or anything like that.
What part of the South do you know? Like,
so my mom's side, so I have two black parents. My mom's side is from Savannah, Georgia.
Okay, that's what's
and
up.
Also North Carolina, King Street. And also, it's another place in North Carolina, but I can't remember where it is. And then my father's side is from the South as well, but I know a little less. I know that they're from Georgia. I don't know exactly what city in Georgia.
Okay.
But my grandma, she was from Georgia. They used to call her Peaches, like Georgia Peach. So that's where they come from. So basically, I'm from Georgia on both sides.
Right. Okay.
So, and then my great grandma was Geechee. So like I know that we did not. We didn't make any stops.
What's so crazy to me about this though is like a lot of the states that are pushing for quote unquote reparations.
Like California.
Like California, like it's a lot of people. I've been seeing a lot of reports, and I don't know how true this is, but people are saying like it wasn't slaves in California. Or like even think about like the North versus the South.
I
You know, the
understand what
South
you're
had a
saying.
lot more slaves than
Yeah,
the
yeah.
North.
I
So
don't,
like even
because
like
reparations is about not only slavery but Jim Crow, like all
yeah,
the
yeah,
black
yeah,
codes and
yeah.
reparation.
No, I
Yeah,
get that. Yeah, I
yeah,
get
and
that.
Reconstruction era. So I think that just being impacted, just being in the U.S. at that time as a black person,
You automatically
you're
qualify. Yeah.
entitled. Yeah, and you know what? Actually, I don't mind what you're saying about the half payments, because when I think about all the things that black people had to go through, and then you go and sit up here and dilute your bloodline trying to get somebody that passed, and you might have actually got somebody that passed, and so you probably already got that wealth.
So they say Evanston, Illinois is distributing $25,000 to 44 black residents as an ongoing reparations program. It launched in 2019, approved by the city council in 2021. Direct payments to eligible black residents and descendants of black residents who lived. I, I just don't see. I just don't see how you just pick 44 people out of. I
my
mean, it
thing
might
is,
be 44 people to stay on one block.
my thing is this: we can't. They're also the first city to adopt a reparations plan, committing $10 million over 10
Yes.
years. So the math I'm doing is 10 million divided by 44.
Right.
And then, like, those 44 people, does that include their kids? Or is like just 44 adults? Like, I'm not really certain, why these 44, what makes them so special.
So
And then why not find the other black people that was in that town?
this is a good point too. Like, so they're the first U.S. city to adopt it, like you just said. So they plan to fund the program through cannabis sales, real estate transfer taxes, um, and they're exploring other additional revenue sources to sustain the fund. I, I just don't see how other cities adopt this. I mean, I want reparations. I mean, I don't give
Yeah,
a
I
damn. Like, I work hard
was
for my money, but if somebody want to give me some money for all the pain and
yeah.
suffering I felt, or all my grandparents and everybody, I'm taking the money. But I just don't see a bunch of major cities doing this other than as a PR stunt, like the
You
San
think it's
Francisco.
a PR stunt?
Well, the San Francisco shit was a PR stunt. Remember,
Was it?
yeah, the mayor come out with this whole plan, hyped everybody up, and said, "Well, we ain't got the money. We don't know
Oh
how."
yes, I do
Like, this
remember
San
that.
Francisco, y'all got the money. This is like one of the richest fucking
That's
cities
crazy.
in the world.
Actually, after further review, we're broke.
Like, they came out with this comprehensive reparations plan, got everybody hyped up, and then
Yeah.
said we ain't got the money.
How?
At least they if Evanston, Illinois got 10 million,
No, I do
y'all
like
got the money.
I like the idea that we're funding the program through new ventures.
Yeah.
So I like that, cannabis business, you got these different is it distillery, right?
Dispensary. Yeah,
Thank you.
distillery is the
Is what we were just talking about.
yeah we were talking about.
You got these different dispensaries popping up. So I understand and I can see, okay, we have new ways of making money. Let's try to make this right. My thing is, I just think this is like just not enough people unless they're just testing. Because also, if you were serious about making it right, why not send out like a newsletter or something? Like, if you had any descendants here, because that's what everybody watching. If you have any descendants in Evanston, Illinois, between the years of 19,
I'm about to go find
I was about
somebody.
to- Stop it. You might be entitled to reparations.
I'm about to go find somebody. I know somebody. I know somebody that look like me a little bit.
And no, you got to prove it.
I know it's somebody that look like me a little bit, just sitting around. But I mean, any type of money is better than zero, because my philosophy. I think people are, African Americans in America are not going to get anything. I say we shouldn't pay taxes.
As a part of reparations.
I
I don't
really
think we should pay
that.
taxes, or we should pay for school.
At least federal taxes, like state taxes. That's on you.
We shouldn't pay state taxes
But
either.
yeah, we shouldn't pay state. I'm just saying, like, federal. That should be a federal
Yeah.
law. But, so if you move to Cali and they got state taxes, you're not paying federal. But like if you move to Florida, you ain't paying either. So it's
Yeah.
kind of one of those. You decide where you want to go. But I think you should go. You should at least be able to go 10 years, no taxes.
10.
I'm saying that's a start.
300. Do
That's a
you know?
start.
Do you know? And then we can move on to the next topic. Do you know that because enslaved people were 3/5 of a person and they were property, they the owners could write it off on their taxes?
Damn, no, I didn't know that. I
Yeah.
mean, it kind of makes sense because it was legal then. That's why
Yes.
when people were saying, "Oh, this is legal," well, that don't mean it's right or morally right just because something is legal. A lot of stuff that is illegal was once legal.
I was gonna say,
So
and then do you know how much states like Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, how much they made off of the backs of enslaved people?
yes, I mean, riding through Alabama, my grandma lives there. Riding through there, I just be nervous as fuck. I'd be scared. I got pulled over, got a ticket one day. I'm like, bro, just I'll pay whatever. Just leave me alone.
Right, for real, I'll pay whatever. So at least in those states, particularly because when the Emancipation Proclamation was enacted, those states almost went bankrupt. That's
Yeah,
why the whole sharecropping thing had to happen.
yeah.
So yeah, nah, no state taxes.